Hello everyone, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program here at M&T Studios. I figured I'd start this one up and see how everyone liked it. Just for the record, I'm not a Scott Manley, I'm not an HLC Gaming, I'm a noob. I'm terrible at this game. So hopefully you can laugh with me, and hopefully you enjoy watching Kerbals blow up in very stupid and silly ways. So anyway, let's start a new game. I have a few different saves already, but I figured I'd start a new one anyway. And let's do a flag. What do I want for a flag? What do we want for a flag? I don't have any custom flags, so let's just go with the usual orbit. I like this one. So I figured I'd start short and sweet and simple. Just launch a couple of satellites, maybe put one in polar orbit, and then maybe another one about 400,000 meters up. That way we can just bend physics at will. I figure that's the simplest way to do it. So let's go ahead and start with this. I like this one. You can put more stuff on this one, but I like the looks of this one better. So first we need the actual satellite body, which, playing this for a while, I have a fairly standard way I build. Gives it plenty of feel and maneuverability. And then with the most recent patch, there's been a lot of new things added, like this, for example, I believe. I think this little Z200 battery, and this one, of course, is Z4K, which both are awesome in their own ways. And then I want the 2x3s. I figured we'll do 3 of them like that. Honestly, with the new patch that'll be coming out 0.22, I think it is, it'll bring all the science. That'll be awesome. But I figure we can have these do some science as well, just to say we did. So how about, no, we don't want 3 of those. Let's just stick an antenna there, maybe an accelerometer here, a gravioli detector here. That way you can do a little bit of science out there in the cold black depths. And now, so this will make up the majority of the satellite. I think I want a little dish on top of it just to make it look special. And since this thing's really lightweight, it'll be really easy to launch. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. It doesn't really need RCS. It's fairly maneuverable as it is. You get plenty of time out of it. Of course, once you get it into orbit, you really don't need it anywhere else. So let's just find a decoupler. No, I don't want that. I'm just looking around, maybe thinking it would look cooler that way. So the small decoupler is right here. And of course, this is one of the engines that doesn't have the fairing on it, which makes it look not so pretty. But it works. Oh wait, there's this little new Rockamax I want, actually. This little guy's cool looking. It's a, and it does have the fairing. That's cool. But it's a mini mainsail. just packs quite a punch. Now, let's just put that on because it looks cool. Yes, I'm not efficient at this game. I'm sorry. But efficiency is not my calling. And then about 2 of these, and these smaller. Let's see. This is the one with the gimbal, I believe. Or is it? Yes, it is, because this one's a bigger, meaner version. So we want one with gimbal, so it's easier to control, obviously. And it will be the primary engine. And then we need to do 4 radial decouplers. And based on my experience, I found this to be one of the easiest way to get satellites into orbit. And of course this is not going to work correctly. So let's just do 2 like this. Get that even. And do that. Plug those in. Then we need 2 more radial decouplers. And this will be for the solid rocket boosters. And this is just give it some oomph and atmosphere to get it off the launch pad and get it into the air. Make a pretty show while you're doing it. And now we need fuel lines, because we want these guys to pump into the main one. That way we can keep the central one longer. Then we have to set up all of this. Now obviously we want all these engines to fire at the same time, and the solid rocket boosters will run out first, so we'll want to jettison them first. Then of course the outside ones will run out next, so there they are. And then finally, once we're in orbit, we can decouple the satellite and it will flip. Now finally for action groups. Not a lot to do with the action groups on this one. It's mostly just going to be for the satellite. So we wanted to open this, extend this, turn this on, and turn that on, and I think that's all of it. And then we'll name this MT1. And then one other thing we need are the stability enhancers. That's just to help it launch. And save and launch. So I'm not sure if this one will actually reach that high of an orbit. Previous tests with this type of build, I think it could, but I'm not completely certain. That is very unstable, obviously. But we will go ahead and launch this and find out. And I have no SAS, so this is a lot more difficult. And that is very, very loud. I am actually going to turn that down slightly. I do apologize. Cut that to 4.
Oops!
And we are back, everyone. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Apparently my computer does not like turning down the volume. So I'm back in the VAB. I decided that might be a good opportunity to give myself some stabilizers. because, yeah, I'm bad like that, and I'm terrible at flying rockets without them. So yes. So, go ahead and save that, and we will try to launch again, and apparently we can recover the old one. Okay. So, let us do this again on a very black screen. Whee! Okay. Okay, so, wow, that is still very iffy. Okay, so, throttle up, turn on the SAS, and away we go. That is still very, very loud. I will edit the video and see what it sounds like, but if it's too loud the next time, I will turn that down. So anyway, we are going up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. We are going very, very quickly, courtesy of the solid fuel boosters. So we should really just cut back on the throttle, at least for the moment. That will save us fuel. I don't know what the exact speed you should be going this low into the atmosphere is, but I know it's under 200 meters a second. And we are already way above that. So once these drop off, we're probably going to start sinking, so drop those. Yes, we are. So throttle up a little bit. There's a gorgeous shot of the moon. We're still going very, very quickly. I already need to do the roll, so let's roll over to about 90 degrees. And then I also want to turn this way, because if I leave the rockets facing out that way when I start doing this, then things will get very bad very quickly. And we're starting to lose altitude here, so you can generally watch the smoke trail and say, oh, you're going horizontally. Not a good idea. So, going up, 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 and up very, very quickly. Just about ready to drop the side boosters. Or rockets, I should say. And now. See, that way they just fall apart without hitting this engine. So now we need to see where our apoapsis is. Now this one I want to launch to about 400 kilometers, if at all possible. Now, of course, you can't see anything very much, but I am going to lower my inclination a little bit. Not my inclination, Yep, I've lost all sense of terminology. Anyway, so 75,000 right now. We are rising very, very quickly. So I'm going to level this out just a little bit more. Now, the lower you go with this, the more circularized you're going to start out with. So it's usually a pretty good idea to get it not quite on the horizon, but kind of close. That way you can circularize yourself easier in the end. It saves fuel and makes things a lot easier. So we're at 150. We are rising very, very quickly. I said 400,000, I think. Still have plenty of fuel. Wow, we are rising very, very quickly. I'm going to cut back slightly. Oh, 4,001. Looky there. That's close enough for government work. Which is what we are, a Kerbally governed nation. 399. Ooh, 438. So we need to go back just a little bit. 406, 393. Oop, wrong way. 403, 381. I'm terrible at circularizing, so bear with me. It is not the way I want it to go. That's the way I want it to go. 496, 394. Ah! 402, 397, 98, 404, 400, 402. That's, again, close enough to government work. So it's going to take 310 meters a second of delta V. Wow. I've still got at least over 1,000. Hopefully. So, yeah, this was a very good beginning operation for me. So go ahead and get pointed in the right direction. Look at that beautiful view of Kerbal. There's the moon. There's the moon. And Minmus. I do not see Minmus. Where is it in relation to myself? So it should just be visible. Let's see, so the moon's there. So it should be out here somewhere. Yep, that probably is it right there, that little tiny speck. So anyway, let's time warp through this. It's 11-second burn, and we are 9 minutes out. Once we get about 30 seconds out, I'll slow it down. Okay. So we need to burn it about 5 seconds. Let's speed up just a little more. And now. Very, very simple, easy burn. In fact, this rocket was too efficient for its own good, because now it's going to leave a lot of junk in orbit. 402, 400, that's close enough for government work. So now what this lets us do is go really, really fast. This way I can switch to this one and be like, oh, everything else is going very, very quickly. So that's what I wanted to do. So let me just get this going here. Actually, no, that's not going to work, because it's going to throw the probe itself out badly. So we'll just decouple this. Press 1 to deploy it. Ah, so pretty. And voila, there is the first probe. So, fairly simple. Should have plenty of electronic charge. Yes, it's charging up quite well. It's got plenty of fuel if we ever need to move it for any reason whatsoever, which probably not, but I like to keep it overkill. It's a cute little probe. It's our time warp probe. Let's do the time warp again. Okay, no. Let's go back to the Space Center. And I would like to launch one more probe, and this will be a polar exploration, which means it will go, instead of an equatorial orbit, it will be polar. Yes. Why am I lagging? That's really annoying. Okay, so we've learned that we really don't need that much fuel, but I'm going to keep it that way anyway. Let's take these off and put different ones on. Let's put the 1x6s. Make it a little bit different from its brethren. And blam. That lag is... wow. I don't know if it's the VAB, which this has never happened before, or if it's something else. Okay, so this will be Polar One. Yes, my names are very creative. For exploring the polar caps. Duh. Okay, so, and again, let's do the action groups. I'm so sorry about the lag. I don't know what is going on here. And make it toggle these. Make it toggle these. Thank you. Save. And launch. See if the lag goes away. Lag, lag, lag. But it's okay. If the lag doesn't go away, I can fix it. That's not an issue. I think it's mostly gone away. That's a little smoother than it was last time. So yeah. So polar orbits are a little bit more difficult because instead of going with the rotation of Kerbin, you're going not quite against it, but also not with it, because you're going up instead of sideways. So anyway, let's launch here, and yet again we are going very, very quickly. Solid rocket boosters this size are overkill for something this small, but they work, because it leaves so much fuel when you get out actually into space. Bye-bye. So long. This is just the most basic of rocket designs with the extra solid fuels. And we're about to drop them off. In about 3, 2, 1, 0, drop. Woo. Now we are deaccelerating because we don't have the acceleration now. Let's go ahead and kick that up a little bit. We are almost to our gravity turn, which I don't believe it will be called a gravity turn if you're doing a polar insertion, so you get the drift. So let's go ahead and move up north 90 degrees. Turn on our SAS to make sure that sits. I'm sorry if you hear my family in the background. I do live with my family, so I do apologize. So this is telling me I'm getting about 20 frames per second, which is about probably right. Hopefully the video doesn't look that bad. We are almost going horizontally, so let's increase our thrust. You don't want to be doing horizontal stuff here. And this guy will put at 100 kilometers or 100,000 meters. That's fairly standard orbit for Kerbin. It's very easy to attain. I am lagging. If this does not calm down, I may have to re-record this. Oh, I know why. There's things installing in the background. Technical difficulties, 1 second.
Ow!
Okay, sorry about that. Once again, back in the VAB that we are. The lag seems to be gone now. I've never noticed the flag there before. That must be part of the new patch. So yes, the lag is gone. It seems the Kerbals are moving around, not jumping, which is a good thing. So we will try to relaunch this. Yes, we want to clear the launch pad, of course. I'm sorry, my chair is quite noisy. My mic is terrible, my chair is noisy. The two mixing does not work. So anyway, throttle up, turn on the SAS, and away we go. Yes, this is much clearer than previously, at least to me. I don't know about the video. We're going very, very fast once again. I always forget about that. I can almost completely throttle down with these solid rocket boosters. Just that good. Too strong, new meta. No, I'm kidding. This isn't League. I could play League though. I don't know if people would want to watch League. I'm even more terrible at it than I am at this, so I don't know. Leave your opinion. Comment, subscribe, like, please. I know we're up and coming. My cousin Mitchell, he's already uploaded one of his own personal videos, so that has inspired me to do one as well, which is, of course, this. Now, both he and I both work, and we're both busy throughout the week, so most of our stuff will probably come during the weekend or late at night. I'm not usually up that late, so not so late at night for me, probably for him. But we will, of course, be doing collaborative videos, mostly Minecraft for the moment, though we could get into Gary's Mod or Team Fortress, things like that. He and I do share quite a lot of the same interests, so that really won't be a problem, but we will be uploading individual videos as well. So yes, like, subscribe, rate, not rate, you can't rate on YouTube. Just tell us what you think. We're up and coming, we've never done the YouTube scene before, and we both quite enjoy doing it. I'm certainly enjoying this video. Drop these, and we're off. Let's see where my apoapsis is. So my orbit, not quite straightened out yet. Hopefully it'll straighten out more. Right now we're doing more of a tilt-a-whirl. See if I can straighten that slightly. Usually found if you go against your prograde marker, it'll usually drag it back to where you need to go. And it looks like it's actually working quite well. Oh, we need to stop because we're at 100. This orbit's a little wonky, but that's fine. 125, 79. Yes, this orbit is very, very wonky. 102, 103. That, I'll take it. It's probably as good as I'm ever going to get. So, find the marker. We have a 51-second burn. And it needs 1077 delta V. And wow, we still have so much fuel. How can you have that much fuel? Anyway, let's, while we're waiting here, let's spread our wings and fly. So pretty. So glorious. The music fits so well. Even though it is very, very dark. I don't know if you can even see this. So let's just accelerate a little bit. And no. Gotta burn, prograde. Get our orbit up before we fall and crash and die in a horrible flame. That's still a little off. Still a lot off. I wonder if I can turn it more. I can. Looky there. So I did turn it a little bit more. It's a little more even now. going to stop burn right about now. Oh! Oops. Yeah, not quite so nice. Ew. It's certainly not perfect. That can actually probably be fixed fairly easily. Let's just accelerate back over to our periapsis. That way we can lower the apoapsis a little bit. That's a fairly decent polar orbit. I don't have too much of a problem with that, really. I do have a problem with the apoapsis being 125, whereas the periapsis is 102. But that doesn't concern me that much. I'll just get to the periapsis. I don't even need a maneuver node for this. Turn towards retrograde. Oop, 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 oop. Overshot. Wait just a little bit longer, and under 2.9, under 2.5. I'll take it. That close as you're ever going to get. So basically we can split that off, get away from it. I botched up again. No, my periapsis is too low. Well, that's what I get for hitting the acceleration. So, time warp again. There's the sun. We need to go to periapsis. No, we need to go to apoapsis. This is going to take a minute, because now my periapsis is way too low. Not low enough to actually affect anything, but I like circular orbits, not elliptical. I am OCD. You will find that out very quickly if you continue watching our videos. So about a minute off, let's go ahead and turn towards prograde. Got a little bit of time. This is not going to take very long. Under 280, 103. Gosh darn it. Oh well, that's close enough for government work. And the rocket boosters are 72 kilometers behind us. Let's just do a little time warp. Get to the sun. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you very much for watching. This will be all for today. I'll try to upload these maybe once every Thursday. Maybe more than that, depending on my schedule and how I feel. So, yeah. I will see you next time.